Hello. So I just got done with my first acupuncture treatment in 2 years, over 2 years now. And thank fucking goodness sorry, excuse my language. Thank goodness I did that, because sometimes you need to get stabbed like a pincushion to really get in your fucking body and breathe and just be and settle into that and just do nothing, think nothing, fight those thoughts even that are just like worry, no, not good enough, or that are not supportive, or just, it's hard to settle down in life sometimes. It's hard to breathe sometimes. So my system has been overwhelmed, and for as long as I can remember, I don't know what normal or regular is. I don't really know anymore. It was lack of awareness. It was lack of just breathing. I don't know how I got so screwed up, but how I did get screwed up doesn't make me broken to the point of irrepair, because although I have struggles and I have difficulties and challenges with my health, I learned through that, and the only way to is through. So for me, all of the pain and the fatigue and the depression and anxiety and tough lessons and getting beat down by life and myself, like, it has to happen. You have to get knocked down to know who you are and to be strong and to be you and to shine that for the world, because the world needs things that support them. We need care. We need to care for ourselves, and sometimes we do our best and it's not enough. And sometimes we grow up in an environment that isn't conducive towards the best healthy lifestyle, or towards the best lifestyle in general, just of basics. And so I didn't grow up in an environment where I could take breath. I was always in survival, or I was always in fear or hurt or pain, and my body took that on. It's so sad. Sad because of the things that can hold us back that we don't realize are holding us back until we're enlightened by another state, another flow state, another environment, another culture, another anything that can really bring your perspective and your understanding into perspective. So during my acupuncture treatment, it was pretty good. Filled out 2 pages and like the waiver form, and spoke to him a little bit about what was going on, and basically everything is going on. I have had every single freaking condition that you would check on those damn papers. That's part of the reason why I haven't gone to the doctor regularly in the last 2 years, because I scare the shit out of them. And I can handle that to a level, but when I scare the shit out of doctors, I'm like, okay, well, this is clearly too much for you to handle. It's more of something I need to handle. So really handling that is like getting into meditation and relaxing and calming the heck down and not thinking, not being so worried, not getting caught up in what blocks me. So the needles going in, for anybody that is curious, it can hurt slightly. Like it's like it's like the needles are a tuning fork. It's kind of difficult to explain, but it's like they're a tuning fork, and when they go into certain points in your body, they like hit on certain... I have no idea. Actually, I have an idea, and I've put in a couple acupuncture needles by myself because it is beneficial, and but yeah, I don't completely know the technique, and it's kind of scary putting needles in yourself, but the meditative aspect of acupuncture is incredible. If you realize that you're down on a table and you have these needles in you that have their own beneficial properties, but you can't fully take that in until you breathe through it. Like you have to let it in. You have to allow that relaxation. You can't move. You need to breathe. You are there taking that time. You are setting the intention, and you are filling that space with what you need to heal. And that might be fighting yourself the whole entire session. Like literally they'll put the needles in you, you know, and then they'll leave you be for like 20-30 minutes, maybe more, maybe less. And that's like, it's a lot of feeling and releasing and letting go, because the more tense you are, the more you realize that like you're fighting the current, you're fighting the flow. The flow doesn't have to be so difficult. It doesn't have to be so complex. It's not. We've just been fooled and illusioned into thinking that, whether that be from ourselves or from other people. So I really enjoyed myself. He put in quite a bit of needles, full body, because he realized, you know, that's what I needed. We needed to work with the whole system. That's what it's all about. He was a Korean guy, Dr. Song's Acupuncture. Don't mean to be an advertisement, but he does have a package deal. I did use a Groupon this time just to kind of check it out, see how I liked it. So 3 visits for $80, and then it would be like $95 for the first visit, or $65 after that, or whatever for each visit. $65 is a lot of money for each visit, although I might be able to make that work because I have things arranged in my life where that could be a thing if that's the treatment that I'm doing, because I think it would really, really help me. But I just need to not think so much, not talk so much. I'm currently just speaking this out just because I'd like to share it with myself, and so I remember, and for anyone else that's wanting to do acupuncture. So it was difficult to let go, but when I did, I felt bliss in my arms and in my legs, and it's something you don't know, you don't understand until you start having it. And I've had a couple really great meditations, but sometimes I'm just like totally blocked, and it sucks. So making it a regular thing is something I need to do, because it helped me a lot, and I am accepting of myself to the point now where I'm not like ashamed if I'm gonna cry on the table, or if I need to say, hey, that hurts, or if I need to say no. Like, it's just further exercising myself and exercising into what is good for me and what serves me and what I love. So yeah, I didn't like cry like I just like cried like, you know, like cleansing cry. Like the tears slipped out of my eyes as I was releasing the pain that was holding me back, and as I released the thoughts that were even going through my head. And you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself for what you're thinking that isn't serving you. And you have to forgive other people for sometimes not having the right words or actions, because they too are in the same level, or are in the same state of pain or disease or misunderstanding. And when you're out of sorts, when you're in fight or flight, when you're being attacked by a bear, you don't function correctly, and you don't realize that you're not always functioning correctly. So until that awareness gets there, the breath, the patience, the ease, there will be this conversation, because that is what I'm doing it for. I'm there to myself in a lot of ways, and I did a great fucking job. I'm a great doctor to myself. But I don't know everything, of course, and I don't believe that we can heal alone. I believe that we work together and we're all pieces of the puzzle. So, yeah, acupuncture is a really big part of my life. If I had the smarts and knowledge pants to go to college for it, I would do it, because I really want to learn everything that they know and proper techniques so I can just use it on myself. Because if I'm going to be doing this long term, like, think of the money, think of the time invested, think of everything like that. It's like, goddamn, these are the reasons you get good grades at younger this is the reason you go through and this is the reason you go through school and get good grades. Oh my goodness, mouthful. Because you need something to run off of when, I don't know why it just, oh wait, okay, it's still going good. Shiz.